Hey Milwaukee, so I have a question for you. Are you feeling more tension in your body, more tightness, lack of flexibility, maybe even things like tension headaches? If so, this is going to be a shorter video, but I'm going to give you two very unique things that you haven't heard from anywhere else, and is very effective at helping to calm your mind and your body down both. So if you're ready, let's get into it. So the first things I want to share with you is the idea of getting in the center of your head. So now, I want you to think about something. Is oftentimes when we're projecting our mind into the future, we're worried, we're trying to plan and predict and all these different things, which is great to an extent, but a lot of people live there. This can lead to anxiety. When we think about the past and the regret and the things that happened to us and all those bad things and guilt and all those heavy feelings, that can sometimes lead to depressive type of symptoms. Now, how do we get more in the present moment, in the center of our head, in our body? Because the center of your head is actually a very quiet place. It's a very quiet place. And I want to help you get there. So let's do it. So then now there's two ways to think about it. I'll share both ways. So the first way is take two fingers and right on your temples, kind of like right behind your eyes. Okay? So you have these two fingers. Now, fingertip to fingertip. Imagine see an imaginary straight line from fingertip to fingertip. Now, once you have it, we're going to move on. Now I want you to leave that imaginary straight line there. And now I want you to take your finger, put it right between your eyes, and then right in the back. Now draw another imaginary straight line from fingertip to fingertip. So now you should have two intersecting lines in the center of your head. One going this way, another one going this way. Where these two lines intersect is the center of your head. So take a second and just get a mental understanding of where that is. You could almost think of it like maybe right by your pineal gland or somewhere right in the center of your head, okay? Now, the second way to get to that spot is imagine if you could shrink your mind down and place it right behind your eyeballs. Almost like you're looking through your eyeballs like binoculars or something like that, right? So I'm here, I can look at things over there, but I'm here looking at it over there. So as you play with it, you'll understand kind of why I said it that way. So once you get in here, just take a second and just notice something. It's much more quiet here. Because when our mind is out and about, you're picking up energies and emotions and feelings from other people. But when you can get inside your own little personal energy field, your space right here, your aura, your electromagnetic field right here, it's much more quiet because it's just your thoughts and your energy in here, okay? So that's the first thing you can do. The second thing I'm going to teach you is something called the 1 point. Now this is a very, very versatile thing. I don't have the time to go into all the applications of it, but if you guys have questions, just reach out to me. Come in. I teach this to a lot of my patients. So now, the 1 point. Let me start by giving you a quote because it's going to help encapsulate the spirit of it. So the quote is, when a man doesn't know where he lives and you tell him to go home, he doesn't know where to go. In that same way, if we have tension in our body, if we don't know where to put it, say, okay, relax. How? Right? Now, I see patients all day. And my patients, when they come, a lot of them don't know how to relax. You don't know how. And a lot of them are holding tension in their body, but they don't know it. So they say, here's just a little funny thing. They say, the poor man's stress test. Are you stressed or not? They say, all right, well, relax your shoulders. Okay, if you're able to drop your shoulders, that means you have tension in your body because you are here, right? Cute little way, but it's interesting, right? So now, the 1 point. A couple other things. Number one is this position will help to relax your muscles. And a tight muscle is more prone to injury. There's a reason why when we're, it's not because you bent over and you picked up an envelope and your back threw out. There is typically, where there's different emotions, there's different things going on, stress, that your muscles are tight. And imagine pulling a rubber band real tight and then you do a little bit more and it breaks, right? Well, if your muscles are tight, just doing an activity can break it or cause some small amount of injury, okay? So a tight muscle is prone to injury. Also, when your muscles are tighter, your brain activity increases. So when your muscles are tight, your mind gets more active, and that can lead to fear and anxiety and different things like that. So when we can get calm, physically calm, mentally calm, more grounded, you can be more like that mountain. The mountain might have a storm going on around it, but you're here and you're grounded. You're like, oh yeah, there's a hurricane. Be like, okay, I can handle this, right? Because we all look up to the people that when there's chaos going around, you know, everyone's jumping around, and this guy says, everyone's like, what should we do, master? He says, go this way. See that very grounded, very wise energy about that person? You can have this too. You just need to work for it just a little bit. So now this one point is going to help you be grounded physically and emotionally. And a bunch of those little side benefits, you know, well, we'll get into those later. We'll get into those different time. So let's learn how to do it. So here's how we're going to do it. Point to your belly button. Now go 2 inches below the belly button. So just you can kind of see, so it'll be here on me. So forget about the belly button hand. So now we have this lower point. Some people may consider this one point the Tantien, but again, if you know what that is, that'll help. If not, don't worry about it. So this point. Now, not on the surface of the skin, but actually like in the center of your body, right? So maybe even if you just kind of mentally picture it right in front of your spine, but picture in the center, in the core of your body, right? Through here. So in the center of your body. Now, what do you do with this point? This is what you want to allow all your weight to fall into. So if you have all this tension, and you're like, all right, where do I release it into? Into the one point. So into this point. Now, it's really as simple as that. But there's going to be some trusting that needs to come with this. So I want to show you something cool. You're going to need a partner with this one. But you're actually stronger when you're in this point and relaxed. We call it relaxed strength. Because muscle tension gives you a little bit of strength. But being relaxed strength in the one point will give you significantly more strength. And I'm going to let you prove it to yourself. Okay? So you're going to have to get a partner with this one. So now one person is going to stick one arm out. Okay? Now, during this whole thing, you need to be in the one point. Okay? So that goes without saying at this point. You're in the one point. So now I'm totally relaxed. My arm's up. And actually, let me do a little tweak. So first, so you can see the difference, don't be in your one point and have your arm out and tell your friend, try to bend my arm. So maybe they put a hand here and then another hand here so they have leverage to make it even harder for you. And then they're going to probably overpower you because they got two arms and you just got one. And notice how much energy that takes. Now we're going to do the one point. So you get into your one point. Arm's going to be up. Now, I want you to visualize something. While you're relaxed into the one point, now I want you to think about like a fire hose, you know, like firemen use. When there's no water running through it, you can bend it really easy. But when water's flowing through it, it's like, can't bend it. I want you to hold the same analogy because your mind will understand what you're trying to do. So arms out. Just imagine your arm is full of water or energy. And it's just flowing out your fingertips without effort, just instantly. Automatically, effortlessly. It's flowing. So you're in the one point. This energy is flowing. Now in a moment, have your friend test it again. Have him really test it. Like no jokes, like have him test it. And you might have a little bit of urge saying, oh, I got to tense. Resist that urge. Being in the one point, holding this arm out. And just like I have just enough structure in my arm so it doesn't like flop, right? So I got it here, arm here, visualizing this, relaxed, and have them try to bend it. They won't be able to bend it. I'll even link, if I can, I'll link another video of me describing this in a little bit more depth and trying it with somebody that's like 6'2" and I'm 5'9" or whatever I am, right? So test this out, try this out. It does work. Now, there's one point. This thing is, number one, it's just kind of cool. It's like a party trick. I don't care how tall you are, how strong you are. You're not bending my arm. Pretty cool, right? So don't believe me. Test it, try it, see that it works. So enjoy both these things, use both these things so you can step outside of the fear of everything that's going on so you can make calculated and smart decisions. And then when all this fiasco, well, actually, let me say this, is my office is still open because we're considered an essential service. So if you have aches and pains, if you got different things going on, or if you're looking to help, let me choose my words correctly here. Chiropractic helps support the immune system. I don't want to get myself in trouble saying it boosted this and that. Forget about this. When you get adjusted, your ability to push away, basically, let me say it this way. People under chiropractic care don't get sick quite as often. Let's just say it like that, okay? So feel free to come in if you are free and interested. If you can, come in here. It is an essential service, so in Wisconsin, you can come in. Otherwise, if you want to stay home during this time, great. After all this, reach out to me. We can get you started, get in here. I'll teach you more about the 1 point specifically to make sure you got it, and then all the other different things that I teach my people. So today, the 1 point and in the center of your head. Use it. Don't forget about it. It's a very, very useful state to be able to tap into at any point in time. Really, this should be your walking around space. This should be your normal. Because if you're not in the 1 point and you're not in the center of your head, that means you're uptight and you're projecting your mind into the future or the past or wherever it is, but it's not where it needs to be. So try this out, give it a shot, and I'll see you sometime soon. Enjoy.